Hey everybody, this is Lindsay from British Columbia, Canada, Vancouver, coming at you today. Just trying to think of the date because I've been stuck in my trailer for 8 days now with a very bad flu. Actually, it's February 4th, and it's that flu. It's the one that everybody's been dreading, and people have been talking about it, but not really talking about it. And it is real, and it is hitting people. Some people are getting it harder than others, and some people are breezing through it. So I can tell you that it has been very rough for me. I am with my husband right now because he got it 2 days after I did. And we're actually in our trailer right now in British Columbia that we bought so we could travel. And so we're not near my parents, who are very old, and we don't want to give it to them. But normally we would not be confined in a 30-foot trailer. But that is what we have to do until we get better. We have less symptoms than, no symptoms basically. So this is the first day that I've put on any makeup and tried to put some earrings on and tried to feel somewhat normal, because I can tell you I've never been so awful feeling in my life. And I have to just stay positive, and this is what you need to do, is to stay positive, because I'm just going to give you some hints and some clues right now as to what you need to do to get through this. And because I am a mother of 4 boys, that I'm always into preparing. As you can see, Mama Bear, I'm wearing my shirt. This is nothing to sugarcoat, but I would always be prepared for if you do get sick, and you want to make sure you have things on hand. It's also nice to know people that are going to be delivering some things for you. I've been lucky that we had some soup delivered and we had some medicine delivered to our door. But I do have some things I want to share with you today. So I would get a pen and paper, because I do have a lot of stuff here on my table. A bit of notes too. So I am still coughing, and I'm kind of breaking some sweats here. So I'll do my best for you guys. So first of all, I'm titling this How to Survive That Flu. And we all know what we're talking about here. We're not talking about a normal cold here. We're talking about the flu, which I'm not going to mention on YouTube, because I don't know if you're allowed to or not. But anyways, day 8 for us here. And the first couple of days were rough. I had a severe headache and body pain. So obviously you're going to have some Tylenol and some lozenges for sore throat. And you're going to have your cold and flu medicine. I've just got a generic brand here because Tylenol was sold out, Vicks was sold out, and all the good name brands were sold out here as well. When I had my son pick up some medications for us. So this is what we have now. So this is the kind of stuff you would have on hand anyways. But I did have to go to the big guns, which I happen to have lying around here. I had some Tylenol 3s because I've had injuries before where I did need something a little stronger. And when I had the headache that I did, I'm very, very glad that I had something a lot stronger to get me through it. So I had that. Also, I just want to tell you that this, I'm going to do the disclaimer that everybody does, the disclaimer, because I'm not a doctor, and everybody should listen to their own body and their own doctor and know their own health. What I'm going to do is share with you what I have, my 50 years of knowledge, being a mother and sometimes a hypochondriac, as well as what we've all been through the last few years. I have a pharmacy on hand because I don't like to be ill prepared. So, so you've got your Tylenol, you've got your cold medication, cold flu medication, and then you've got your typical, you've got your vapor rub, your Vicks vapor rub. Now I'm trying to move towards putting less toxicity on my body. So I actually bought this stuff. It's called Thieves. And they have this also in a tincture aromatherapy kind of thing. You can put it in like you can put it in a vaporizer, or you can put it in your shower. I put this stuff right on my chest. It's made with cinnamon and cloves, and I'd like to be able to read it out to you, but I can't because the print is so small. Basically helps clear your passages. Now I'm going to say this, some people are getting really sick here, and the first thing you need to do is you need to let your doctor know. You know, some of us are going to be healthy enough to get through this. Some of us need to get medical assistance. And because sometimes the medical system is overloaded, you will not get it right away. So this is where you need to be prepared and you need to stay ahead of the game. So for me, I phoned my doctor. It took me a week to get a call back from him. And he said, you know, you don't want to get pneumonia. A lot of people are getting pneumonia, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. So he did give me a prescription for penicillin, and I did get that filled. I got my son to bring it to me. I haven't needed it yet, but this is something you don't want to be waiting around for. If all of a sudden you get very, very sick and you have a high fever, you want to be prepared. So I got, I don't know what this is, some kind of penicillin, azithromycin or something. I got that filled. I have my strong painkillers, and I basically was preparing myself if I needed to go on penicillin. So what I do is I take hot water. This is my go-to drink to loosen everything up, to make me feel better. I did lose my taste buds too. They're just starting to come back, thank God, because I love food, and that was totally traumatizing for me to not be able to taste anything. So hot water and our favorite liquid honey. And don't be cheap with this stuff. Put in like a tablespoon or two. Mix it all up. Put some cinnamon in there and lots of lemon. Lots of lemon. Lemon is your best friend. You want to have fresh squeezed lemon in a glass of warm water every morning to boost your immune system and to give your organs a nice cleansing. It also has lots of vitamin C in it. And apparently the citrus is really, really good for you when you have this type of virus or cold. So I was doing half a lemon squeezed in hot water, 2 tablespoons of honey, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which is around here somewhere, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. It was actually pretty potent. I know it was because this is my cinnamon here, because I could feel it on my lips, and I just felt better after I drank it. So I was drinking a couple of those a day, 2 or 3 of those, as well as pumping myself with vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C in these packages here. I was taking probably 4 of these a day in the beginning, 4,000 or 5,000 milligrams. And, you know, if your body doesn't need it, it's not going to use it. But this is the key. And the key is liquids. Okay. This is the kind of stuff you want to stock up on anyways. Obviously, to get your vitamin C in with oranges, lots of oranges and lemons is ideal, but not all of us have that and all of us want to drink it. So 4 or 5 of these a day. I've got a box. Make your list and get somebody who loves you to bring it over, or go and get your list now and fill it. I've also got this immunity support. They're like tablets. You put them in your water, and they just give you all the extra boost that you need for electrolytes. That's the word I was looking for, electrolytes. So we've got that. Now I know I was talking about honey, but this is really important here, Manuka honey. I was taking about a quarter, half teaspoon of this a couple times a day because this stuff's like a natural antibiotic, antiseptic, antiviral. This is what the Egyptians were using. This you can put it on open wounds. This will heal you from the inside out. If all else fails, get yourself some honey because this will soothe your throat. It will break it all up. And it just feels good to take as well. So Manuka honey, it's expensive. It was like $45 for this tiny little thing, but it lasts forever. And I only use it for when I'm not well. I do not just mix this in a cup of tea. I use regular honey for stuff like that. Manuka honey is medicinal. It's very powerful, and that's the one. Also, any kind of stress relief tea, chamomile, just anything to get the fluids in your body. This has got passion flower and it's a stress relief tea because I was really nervous in the beginning. I was scared and I was like, oh my God, this isn't good. So be positive. Obviously, big one is be positive and just, know your body. I also use, and I used to use all the time on my kids, was oil of oregano. Do not ingest this. Don't put it under your tongue. Don't put it in your mouth like people say to do. Mix a few drops with a carrier oil, which could be olive oil. It could be any kind of oil you have in your kitchen, avocado oil, sunflower oil, and put it on the the soles of your feet and massage that in every night because that, again, is Mother Nature's natural antibiotic, antiseptic, antiviral. I mean, it is very, very powerful. Plus, it smells really good too. And it just sort of kills anything that's sort of airbound, as well as thieves. Thieves does too. Thieves, get it in the tincture. This is a peppermint. I believe in aromatherapy big time. And this is a peppermint. I use it on my temples and on my neck. I also cut that with a carrier oil too. Peppermint's really good for headaches. Okay, so oregano oil. I also have some eucalyptus. Put a few drops in the shower. And by the way, looking forward to a hot shower every day, twice a day is a big deal because this is all you really have to look forward to is, excuse me, having a nice shower and feeling good. And it's important to loosen everything up. As you can hear in my chest that things are starting to loosen up and I'm living for those showers every day. And between my husband and I, we're still cooking. We get up and we make something in the kitchen, our little kitchen. I'll walk you around here in a minute. And we're making soups and we've been making like homemade pizzas. For some reason, we both still have an appetite. I certainly haven't lost any weight here. Like I said, I lost my taste buds, but you got to get up. And this is another thing. Like we were both bedridden for the first few days. Like I was totally debilitated with the headache that I had. If you don't get up and move around, you can get pneumonia. And this is when it does settle into your lungs. And laying flat on your back the whole time, everything sort of settles in there and it doesn't move. Okay, you need movement in your body. Keep your blood moving. You can get blood clots if you don't move your body, and you can get pneumonia. And these are two real things that happen, especially like you hear about those old people that, I'm older too, but they go into the hospital with a broken hip and then they get pneumonia because they're not moving around. The things aren't moving around in their body. So at the very least, start doing some wrist rolls. I know it looks pathetic, but do this with your feet too. Up and down and up and down. Ankle rolls, knee rolls, shoulder rolls. Just something to move your body because you don't want to get stagnant blood, stagnant energy. Then things start to go very badly. As well, some people are actually boiling onions and garlic. So you take a big onion, dice it up, and you put like 1 cup of water and a whole bunch of garlic cloves, and you boil it for like an hour until it reduces, and then you've got like a kind of a thick syrupy onion garlic concoction. This is something that goes back hundreds of years, and it works. Again, squeeze some lemon in there, onion and garlic, and you've got something that's going to break it all up, and it's all natural. If you don't have any medicine laying on hand, well, this is what my grandma said, and a lot of things work back then. And also boiling barley water, drinking barley water, it totally soothes an upset stomach. It dispels all the gas, and it totally makes you feel better. Obviously, you're going to need some Kleenex on hand, lots of Kleenex. This is another thing I believe in here is bee propolis. Stuff is disgusting. You spray it in your mouth once at the back of your throat, once or twice a day, and this stuff, again, kills everything. And it's very, very powerful. You can take your temperature, but you probably know when you're hot, not feeling well. You want to stay on top of that. As well as you want to do things that are good for you too. Like I just did my nails yesterday. I've got some cheesy books. As well as I do have arnica, and I'm going to tell you that arnica montana is very good for inflammation. It's a natural remedy. If you happen to have that on hand, start taking it right away. It takes your inflammation, swelling in your lungs. It takes the swelling in your lungs down. So, I mean, you can band-aid the hell out of it, but you really want to get to the nitty-gritty of it. So what else do I have here? I've got some neocitrin, which is always good, which I actually haven't even taken. And besides my plethora, I've also got this because you want to do facials and make yourself feel, as good as possible. And when you're confined, you do want to try to still feel like a human being. So I think that's going to be about it. That's a long one today, and I'm really tired. I get super weak easily. I do have some beautiful flowers here that I'm just going to show you one of them that my husband had delivered because it just makes me feel better to have something to look at in here besides, we are in a very confined space, and it's just beautiful to have some flowers. And I'm not going to show you the trailer today because it's kind of like the sick trailer, but I just hope everybody out there stays healthy and keep positive, and make sure you drink lots and lots of water. Squeeze lemon in it every single time you can. Throw these vitamin C drinks in there. You need to be drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. A day. You want to keep things moving in your body. Okay, so many people don't drink water. I can't believe it. So that's my advice to you, Lindsay from Vancouver, BC. Stay healthy. Love you all. Bye.